Before we get started with this video, I just wanted to mention I have a Discord server now, so if you're interested in more Chid255 content, there will be exclusive clips as well as updates including the January 2021 lineup of reviews. We also have gaming in general, so chat about Sega, Nintendo, Atari, etc. Anyway, with that said, on to the video. Good evening, everyone, and Merry Christmas, by the way. This is a very special holiday for me because it's a place to unwrap some presents, because I'm still a kid, and enjoy some time with the family, later eat some turkey and stuff. And I mean, hey, if you believe in Santa, if you're one of those 6-year-old boys who believe in Santa, maybe you might want to bake some cookies for him. Maybe you have a picture of Waluigi on your wall and jolly old Saint Nick just can't help but blast his dick to some Waluigi. Today I have a review for Thin Ice for the Intellivision. There were a few Christmas games I could have picked from this year, but I'm a big Intellivision guy. I love the Intellivision, and I will take any excuse to review Intellivision video games. This review is going to be a little bit on the shorter side. I decided to pick a simple Intellivision game. It's about half and half, whether Intellivision games are really complex and just wow you at how complex they are for a second-gen console, and being simple arcade ports, or actually a lot of original arcade-style games on the Intellivision. That's one of the reasons why I like the system so much. But yeah, without further ado, let me explain the game to you. So in Thin Ice, you play as this penguin who goes around trying to sink other penguins into freezing cold water. To do this, you just circle around them. You can see the white lines here, and once you surround them completely, that's it, they sink. One of the big challenges of this game is that the entire time that you're going around trying to sink these penguins, there's a seal that's like constantly after you. He really wants to mess you up. And, well, that often happens. He's still the most dangerous enemy in the game. Speaking of other enemies, there's also these polar bears here, which move a lot slower than the seal, but they're still dangerous just by the quantity of enemies coming after you. But at least the polar bears can be stopped. So yeah, there's something called a freeze ability, which stuns all of the polar bears on screen for a few seconds, allowing you to swiftly go around them as you sink other penguins to their frozen doom. Of course, that won't stop the seal though, and if he touches one of your little white lines, he will be on you for the rest of the game, and it might seem kind of confusing how to shake him off, but he can track you pretty easily if he finds one of your lines, and to do that, you just change directions super rapidly, or an easier way, if you've already destroyed some of the ice, you can just go in the water, and that will end his tracking rampage. So yeah, that's basically the entire game right there. After like the 6th round, I don't think it progresses too much in difficulty, so if you're good at the game, you could potentially go for like an hour. Well, you'd have to be really good for that, but it seems more of a longer gameplay experience rather than some other arcade games which will just whoop your ass in like a few minutes. And I'm going to be honest with you, at first I thought this game was a little bit more on the average side. It seemed like it was just something where I'd pick it up and it was alright, but actually the more I got to play the game and get used to the controls, I actually liked this one quite a bit. It's not like amazing, it's not one of the best Intellivision games. It might be a top 15, but I think Lock and Chase, for example, is a better game, and Burger Time, of course, I reviewed that before. But I have a lot of fun with this one. I could easily play it again some other time and potentially beat my high score. So yeah, I definitely recommend getting Thin Ice if you can find it for cheap. It's one of the more expensive Intellivision titles because it was released after the crash, so it didn't sell very well. But it is a very fun arcade game, so with that said, I'm going to drop it a score here and give it a 7.3 out of 10. It's a good game. It's not great. It's a little bit simple. That's why I picked it, because I have other stuff to do, like work and video games and other stuff. But anyway, if you have it in Intellivision, I'd recommend checking out Thin Ice. Of course, hope you have a Merry Christmas this year. Stock up on some turkey like Thanksgiving. Open some presents if you're on the younger side, or maybe even if your parents still give you presents. Or Santa Claus gives you presents. Who knows? But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you January 2021. If you're interested to see the games I'll be reviewing early, you can join my Discord server, and I'll be posting that on New Year's. Anyway, see ya.